shut the front door. What a rally! Even the umpire's smiling. Jorgic with an absolute ripper of a forehand.
That's the winner!
And what a finish this is! What a finish! That's a six.
Sports are one of the most popular, exciting and exhilarating entertainment we have in this world, and it goes along with their respective video games. And I know the feeling of finding and searching for the best games to play of my favorite sport. So in this one I'm looking into some of the best games from some of the most popular sports in the world. And I know I can't really do all the sports in one video, so I'm picking games from the top 5 most popular sports in the world. So let's get into it. Volleyball is one of the most popular sport in the planet, mostly because how easy it is to get into the sport and well deservedly so. It's an awesome sport, but does volleyball have a good video game? Sadly, that's not the case for volleyball. There have been several decent games like Nintendo Switch Sports Volleyball, Summer Heat Beach Volleyball and Women's Volleyball Championship. But there is not a game that I've played that I can say is actually a great volleyball game. If I were to recommend and say what's the current best volleyball game of all time, my picks would be Spike Volleyball and the Spike that came out in 2019 and 2020 respectively. If you can avoid the glitches of 2019 Spike Volleyball and the look of 2020 the Spike, then I think those are currently the best volleyball video games. But I do think a much better game can be made in the future, but currently these two are the best games of the sport.
The first set ends with a real show put on by the Brazilian team.
They're playing basketball. We love that basket.
Outside Curry, back to Paul. Again!
Now to a sport that's not lacking great video games in its amazing history of video games.
Nice.
From the old days of Atari basketball, the classic NBA Jam to current generations NBA Live and NBA 2K games. Being one of the most popular sport in the world does help in that department. There have been several awesome and amazing video games like NBA Street Volume 2, NBA Live 2005 and 2019, College Hoops 2K games and NCAA March Madness games. But if I had to pick the best basketball game, it's between two games, NBA 2K16 and 2K17. Although I know people would also include 2K11 and 2K13 in that conversation. But I think these two, 16 and 17, have the most refined control system and overall best game modes like My Career Online mode, Blacktop and My League mode. 2K17 has the best career mode so far, but 16 in my opinion has the most balanced game system, which a lot of recent games like 2K22, 23 and 24 have forgot about. So NBA 2K16 is my pick for the best basketball video game.
Bazemore for three. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Bazemore's got 6 here in this quarter.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's
Tennis is a difficult sport to say for what's the best tennis video game of all time. For sure it's one of the most popular sport in the world, but most of the times not many people look for a tennis video game, which could be a reason for not that many recent great and more developed tennis video games available these days. But still there are some decent to great tennis games available such as Virtua Tennis, Top Spin Tennis and Roland Garros series. There are some other tennis games like Wii Sport Tennis, Mario Power Tennis, which are more of a fun tennis game than a technical one, and tennis in Nintendo Switch Sport, which is also fun to play, and also the recent Matchpoint Tennis Championship. But if I have to pick for all time, then Top Spin 4, Virtua Tennis 2 and Virtua Tennis World Tour are my picks for the best tennis games of all time. And if I have to pick one out of those three, then Virtua Tennis World Tour is my pick for the best tennis video game of all time.
Well, he smashed that before, and what a big smile on his face.
Been around for a long time. I actually can remember getting the ball to reverse swing when I was a little boy.
That easily cleared the boundary.
Oh, super shot again. He's got into a perfect position for that shot.
It's a shame that cricket don't have many great video games in comparison to other sports. Cricket is the second most popular sport in the world, which should have gotten much better treatment in gaming lane. There have been good game series in the past like Don Bradman Cricket, EA Cricket and SS Cricket game series, but there have not been a great cricket game released in recent years when the sport is most popular than ever. If I have to pick, there are some good choices to pick from the classics like Brian Lara Cricket 99, International Cricket 2005 and the SS Cricket 09. But if it has to be a one game, it's EA Cricket 2007. That's the best cricket game of all time. But I still think a much better cricket game can be made in the future. The sport of cricket is more popular than ever. and it deserves a good technically sound cricket video game.
He's really given that a whack. 6 runs.
Well, once again, I'm Martin Tyler, and this is Old Trafford. Referee Torjus Lurken making up his mind, taking his time, nothing wrong with that.
Now to the GOAT sports video games. Football is by far the most popular sport in the world currently, and I'm talking about the real football, the one that actually played with, the foot. It has been the most popular sport for a long time now. So it's not a surprise football also has a legacy of some of the best sports games available, from the old arcade games to newer generations FIFA games. The gallery of football video games is pretty big, but there have been some really amazing standouts like International Superstar Soccer 1998, FIFA 10 and FIFA 12, PES 2006 and FIFA Street Games, to name some, who have changed and developed some amazing video games. If I have to pick, it's between two series, and I think it's for most people too. For a pure football video game, it's between FIFA and PES video games. There are some bangers games to pick from: PES 2006, 13 and 16 and FIFA 10, 14 and 18 games. More modern games haven't really changed much of the gameplay mechanics since those games, and there have been some really disastrous stinkers like eFootball. Now if I have to pick the best football game, it's gotta be FIFA 14. Still holds up and is by far the best football video game of all time.
What a chance! Well, that's the old 1-2. So quick, one after the other.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me which are your favorite games, and tell me if you'd like to see a part 2 of this video in the comments below. That's the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and comment for future content.